Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The most incredible drag racing vehicle you'll ever want to see. This is the one you came to watch. Out of Galena, Kansas, Mr. Lester Shockley. They call him Shockwave. In just a minute, you're going to find out why. He's about ready to drive his Peterbilt racing truck, powered by not one, not two, but three Westinghouse J34 jet engines out of Navy Banshee fighter jets. Unbelievable is the only way to describe it. Each engine producing 8,000 pounds of thrust. Each engine producing 16,000 horsepower. What you are seeing is 48,000 horsepower of jet engine getting ready to propel the jet truck down the quarter mile. Ladies and gentlemen, how about that for a fire show? Raw fuel being dumped into the afterburner. He kicks the ignition and makes fire, fire, and more fire. Shooting out the afterburners of the jet. Shooting out the chrome stacks on top of the truck. The most powerful vehicle ever built anywhere in the world. And made to do one thing. Travel the quarter mile as fast as it possibly can. Shockley doing the burner pop. The fire show. Listen to the noise, the fire, unbelievable! Les Shockley on the way, here we go! 3 engines, 48,000 horsepower, Les Shockley's jet-powered Peterbilt! Shockwave runs an incredible 8:18 elapsed time at over 178 miles per hour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the unbelievable jet-powered Kenworth of Bob Moats, the most powerful jet truck ever built, 36,000 horsepower. Look at that intense heat put out by that J79 jet engine. The chutes come out and Moat slows down. Let's take a look at them at night. Bob Moats, the jet-powered Kenworth, an 8:18 elapsed time at 174 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the world's largest racing vehicle you're ever going to see. Steve Catuno's awesome Bone-Town Express. It's 30 feet long, it weighs 5 tons. It's powered by not one, but 2 Westinghouse J34 jet engines. 32,000 horsepower, and he's making his way towards the starting line. Look at the fire spraying out the back of that car. Unbelievable. Raw fuel being dumped in the afterburner and lit. Steve Catuno out of Beantown, driving the unbelievable Bone-Town Express. It's 30 feet long. It's almost as long as a tractor trailer. And what you're about to see is the most unbelievable vehicle in all of drag racing go down the quarter mile. There's no other vehicle like it. Nobody can run against them. Here he goes, Steve Catuno's Bone-Town Express. How about that unbelievable? A 6:99 elapsed time, 194 miles an hour. Here we go. Two of the wildest vehicles ever to go down the drag strip. Bob Hall's Paddy Wagon, Chevy Vega, taking on Danny O'Day's wind-up pickup. They're called Wheelstanders, designed to travel down the quarter mile on their back wheels. Their front wheels up in the air, and there you go. Bob Hall making a burnout. Here comes O'Day, as you can see easily, picking up the wheels. The little wind-up motor in the back, really cranking it out to get this pickup truck down the quarter mile. Both vehicles with big block Chevrolet, supercharged and fuel injected, stuffed in where the back seat would usually be. Turning around out there in the middle of the track, and That big block Chevy stuck in the back of Danny O'Day's pickup truck. He calls it the wind-up pickup truck. And it produces about 1,500 horsepower. That big Chevy engine sitting in the pickup bed. These drivers sitting right in front of those big supercharged engines. Look at the scoop sticking out the roof of the paddy wagon over there in a right lane as he brings it towards the line. These drivers, as soon as they leave the starting line, they look through holes in the floor of their vehicles and steer the car using an independent pair of rear brakes, sort of like the way you steer a bulldozer. There they go, up in the air, and they got up. The spark shooting off the tail skids, the big block Chevy engines pumping them down the track, and what a wild pass! The wind going to the paddy wagon, a good run for him. Danny O'Day right alongside. 14 spectators out of our grandstands have donated their street cars here tonight, parked them under the ramp, in line with 4 more junk cars, and the masters of disasters are going to take this 1972 Plymouth that you see out here, an ex-New Jersey State Police undercover car, jump it off the ramp and crash it into the pile of junk cars. Our safety crew is ready, and I'm sure all of you people out there are going to get a kick out of seeing the cop car crash. Approaching the ramp at 90 miles an hour, he must hit it perfectly or he's in big trouble. What an impact! He didn't want to land like that with his back end on the ground, almost flipping over. Rigby rushing to the car to the aid of his driver, helping him unbuckle the shoulder harness, the seatbelt that holds him in that car. What a crazy profession, but it's a real crowd pleaser. Traveling at 80 miles per hour, he was 20 feet in the air and he traveled over 200 feet, landing on a pile of junk cars. That's why they call him the Master of Disaster. Drag racing fans, get ready for the most powerful jet dragster ever built. The incredible Green Mamba of Doug Rose. Take a look at that fire show. Not only does it squirt fire out of the tailpipe, but also out of the smokestack on the top of that powerful J60 jet engine. Doug Rose lost both of his legs in a jet car accident back in the early 70s. He went out of control at over 200 miles per hour in a horrible accident. He now has 2 wooden legs, and he has made his way back into the driver's seat of the Green Mamba. The biggest jet engine ever put in a drag racing vehicle, the J60 Westinghouse, 12,000 pounds of thrust, 24,000 horsepower. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot heavier than the other engines you see in some of the jet cars, but without a doubt the most powerful. What a fire show by the Iron Man Doug Rose! Rose motioning his crew to get out of the way as he brings the powerful Green Mamba to the starting line. Literally setting the track on fire. The noise, the fire, the smoke. Look at all the smoke coming out of the tailpipe of the Green Mamba. There's not a mosquito living within 100 miles. Listen to the sound of that 60 as it winds up coming to the starting line. Rose blasting on down the track. 6.64 seconds, 249.30 miles per hour for the unbelievable Green Mamba. The cool water night is starting to heat up here at New England Dragway as fire and smoke comes out the stack of Bob Moses' incredible jet-powered Kenworth. Bob Moses out of Ohio, the first driver ever to build a jet-powered truck. One of the most powerful landlocked vehicles you're ever going to see. An incredible fire show by the jet truck. Most really revving it up as it brings it to the starting line. Look at the fire coming out the stacks. Look at the torque whipping that truck side to side. The wildest vehicle you're ever going to see go down a quarter mile. Fire, flames, smoke, and noise. Look at the truck rock. Most burner popping his way towards the starting line. The truck cab literally almost catching on fire. Most lighting up the nighttime sky here at New England Dragway. You people in the back of the pit better get yourself to a spot where you can see it. Everybody is on their feet. Everybody wants to see Bob Moose. The fences are packed. The grandstands are mobbed. Because here comes Bob Moose Jet Kenworth. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Bob Mose's incredible jet truck. 7.88 seconds, 201 miles an hour.
Hello, my name's Elmer Walker, better known as Dr. Wacko. I'm the leader or coordinator of a group of racers known as the Wild Bunch. This is my 86 CJ7 Jeep powered by a small block aluminum Chevrolet motor with an automatic transmission. The quickest time for my Jeep is an 8:32 at 165 miles an hour. The Wild Bunch, a group of racers as diversified as a Jeep to a Chevrolet truck to an 86 Datsun, Camaros, all door slammer type of vehicles and bodies that you can recognize, is a group of racers based in Central Maryland. There are numerous cars in the Wild Bunch. Camp Stanley's 75 Love pickup truck powered by a big block Chevrolet with a Lenco. Flies down the track, sometimes both lanes, but he usually makes the quarter mile in good fashion.
I'm Camp Stanley, owner-driver of the 1975 Chevy Love pickup, just loving it. Powered by a supercharged, fuel-injected big block Chevrolet engine, 4-speed Lenco, and a 9-inch Ford rear. I have to use this wing to hold it down in top end because this is not the most aerodynamic race car in the world. It's almost like driving a brick down a racetrack. The 75 Chevy Love pickup is known for going left, right, straight, around the ring, occasionally dipping the guardrails, but it's all part of fun and games.
Tommy Howes, the pilot of the 86 300 ZX Datsun, the quickest car to date in the Wild Bunch, with speeds approaching 200 miles an hour and ETs in the low 7s. Dennis Brightwell, probably one of the favorites in the group, a 67 Camaro, all steel body, powered by a 427 Chevrolet. This car probably is the closest to a wheel standard that the whole group has, as when it leaves the line, the wheels are in the air. Carol Hines in the 27T Roadster, powered also by a big block Chevrolet. Best ET around 782 at 178 miles an hour. These cars in between rounds come back, check the valve lash, check for any parts that are broken, and repack the parachute, check the air pressure in the tires, and then we're up for a second round. Hope we do well.
Street-type cars with funny car motors, ladies and gentlemen, the Wild Bunch. In the left-hand lane, the one and only Dr. Wacko, Elmer Wachter. He's a neurosurgeon, a neurologist. He's a brain transplanting fool. Taking on the greasy pygmy, they call him, Camp Stanley in the Wild Lovin' It truck. A Chevy small block, supercharged, fuel injected on alcohol, powering a Jeep, and a 511 cubic inch aluminum Chevrolet Rodeck racing engine powering the Wild pickup. Ground pounding, earth shaking, road warriors of the quarter mile. The Wild Bunch. The craziest cars you'll ever see go down a drag strip. Here we go. Side by side off the starting line, Camp Stanley's Love It truck with a big block Chevy leading the way through the lights. He takes the win at 829 to a losing 869. Who's behind those Foster Grants? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tommy the Who Howes. And driving the very mysterious RCD Datsun. 540 cubic inch aluminum Chevy engine, supercharged on fuel injection, the fastest car of the Wild Bunch. He's run mid 7-second times. What a pair of wild burnouts by these crazy Wild Bunch cars. In the left-hand lane, the unbelievable bright light Camaro of Denny Brightwell, powered by a 460 cubic inch steel block Chevy racing engine. It's got the stock A-frames, the stock front suspension, but one of the quicker cars in the Wild Bunch circuit. More like a street car than any other car in the Wild Bunch. Wild wheel-standing burnouts by both cars. Checking out the traction on the starting line. Two of the stars in all of drag races. These guys are more than drag racers, they're entertainers, taking their quarter-mile rocket ships down the drag strips all across the country. The Wild Bunch, the stands are always packed when these guys appear at the local drag strip. Wheel standing their way off the sideline side by side. Tommy Ivo, he has a motor ball. Look at the smoke coming out the back. Danny Brightwell, the Camaro's streaking for the lights. A low lap time, 8 seconds flat. 170 miles per hour for the steel block bright light Camaro.
I've been asked by people so much about my four-motor car that I owned about 20 years ago because a lot of them haven't had a chance to see it. And we're restoring it right now to put it in the museum. And before I stick it in the museum, I think I'm going to take it around the circuit and let the people see it that haven't had a chance to see it. It was probably the most famous car I ever built because of the unique fact that it was the only car with 4 engines in it.
He's been racing here at Raceway Park ever since the beginning, 1965. So TV Tommy Ivo retiring this year after his 30th year of drag racing. He's going to be going on to become a Mickey Mouse Club Mouseketeer. The track owner, Vince Knapp, presenting television Tom Ivo, one of my real drag racing heroes of the plaque. Tommy, we love you. You're the best, baby. Okay, pull out on the track to fire it up. It's TV Tommy Ivo's legendary 4-engine Buick funny car. Ivo, a legend in the sport of drag racing. Been doing it for 30 years. Out now with his car that's 20 years old. 1,604 cubic inches, 4 Buick engines. Fuel injected, on alcohol, ready to pull up and burn rubber with all 4 wheels. A 4-wheel drive funny car. Ivo getting ready to go on the starting line, pulling up carefully, getting ready to drive away. Burning rubber into drag racing history. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the world's only father and son wheelstand team, Jack and Toby Ermintrout. They drive a pair of cars that are made to go down the quarter mile on their back wheels with their front wheels 13 feet in the air. Here we go, the old man in the left-hand lane. He calls the car Hemi under glass, big block Chevrolet in the back seat of that Firebird. His competition, his son, Toby, 19 years old, he calls it the Night Raider, a Ford Mustang again with a big block Chevy in the back. The king of the wheel stand is Jack Ermintrout, 20 years in the business, showing his son, second-generation wheel stand driver, how it's done here on the quarter mile. 40 years old, the old man defeats the teenager Toby here on the quarter mile. Larry Flash Flickener in a rocket-powered funny car he calls Natural High, powered by 98% pure hydrogen peroxide. Squirted on a silver screen, it creates a violent explosion, thrusting this Vega down the quarter mile at 300 miles an hour. He's off, taking it on down the quarter mile. 1,800 pounds, 10,000 pounds of thrust. He's through the traps. A new track record. Larry Flash Flickener, 4.71 seconds, the quickest time ever recorded here at Raceway Park. 251 miles an hour. What a pass! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, now with the Jet Funny Cars. Ms. Sue Ransom in the left lane. Join the Repco, sponsored Datsun 280Z Jet Funny Car against Ken Warby in the right lane, driving the Mustang body car, also sponsored by Repco. Both of these cars, powered by Westinghouse J85 jet engines, 5,000 pounds of thrust, 10,000 horsepower. 2 of the cars, both of them from Australia. The Thunder from Down Under, they call it. These cars, capable of running low 6-second elapsed time at speeds of over 250 miles per hour. And unlike the nitro funny cars and alcohol funny cars that you see here today, these cars are jet propelled. Everything on the starting line that isn't bolted down has been removed. Get ready, because here we go with the start. They're off. Ransom moves first. Warby trying to pass her, but here comes Susie. She's flying a big end. A 6:18 for the win. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is now being set for the most dangerous auto jump you've ever seen. The fire trucks you see out there, the fire crew, there's a reason for that, because the masters of disasters are going to attempt to jump a full-size automobile off this ramp 200 feet in the air and land on this pile of junk cars. It's a little different than the two you've seen previous, because this time the car is going to be on fire. This stunt has been banned at many events across the country because of the danger involved. The driver coming down the track now at 90 miles an hour, ready to hit that ramp on fire. Exploding in a fireball, landing on top of the cars. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the entire back half of the car engulfed in flame. Dave Rigby frantically jumping on the car, checking on his driver, the fire crew. With the extinguishers on the back of the car, they got the fire out. He's okay. There he comes out through the front windshield. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, the masters of disaster.